Here are my solutions to the first part of the hands-on exercise where you create 8 pages by changing properties on the Flex container. And so I'm just going to show you what they look like before I show you the code. Just kind of peruse them. So this is off of the same HTML, right? These are all the different layouts that you could build. I think that's kind of cool. I like them. You can kind of guess maybe that has some stretch going on. But let's take a look at the code and see what makes them up. So the HTML is the same in all of them. So I'm just going to set that over there, park it right there. The first page, display flex, and then row reverse and wrap. So flex direction is row reverse and flex wrap is wrap, which means we're going to get something like this, right? So instead of starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, 6, 7, 8, 9, wrapping to the next row, you know, if this was just row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we do row reverse, there we go. It starts at 16, right? It basically reverses this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. And it gets it down to 16. So just reverse the row. And border, and then flex grow, 1. I added flex grow in there just so that these guys would grow. Right, and there we have them growing. So if we didn't have flex grow, these guys right here would not grow because we didn't say grow. Doesn't grow. Totally different, right? Row reverse, wrap, and puts it all over here, which is interesting. So put that grow on, fills everything in. Nice. So that's why I just want to like show you this code and walk through like what I did. So as I talk through it, it's helping reinforce for you, and you're seeing a little bit about how I think and all that. So here we have display flex, makes the body a flex container, flex flow column, no wrap. Straight up and down column, right? And that's it. No other flex stuff. Number 3 is this one. And so on, dot, dot. So what do you think would do this? Like we got some space in between these, and what happens if we come over more? Just keeps growing, and it's got a certain height. So it's display flex, flex flow column, wrap. Column wrap. And flex grow 1. What would happen if we took flex grow 1 off? Interesting. They don't fill in. But put it back on. They fill in. And I'm just kind of wondering, column, wrap, column, and it's wrapping. All right, that's the way that one works. Next one, instead of 1, 2, 3, you know, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom instead of from the top. So I'm thinking that's column reverse. Pretty similar, column reverse wrap, flex row 1. Next one is right here. Kind of cool. Like, how's that effect coming about? Pretty different. Some interesting looks. I like it. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have flex. We have row wrap, right? So row, 1, 2, 3, 4, keep wrapping. And align items stretch. And so align items, does that work on the primary axes or the cross axes? It works on the cross axes. All align stuff works on the cross axes. What is our primary axis? It's a row. So our cross axis is a column, and so that's working on the cross axes, and we're stretching. What happens if we take that out? Nothing. Or it's dialing away. Nothing happened. What about if we take out flex grow? Interesting, right? And so our width, margin, no height. And what happens if we make our height like 1200? Those guys definitely grew. Am I in the right file? 05, and I am in 03, 02, 01, 05, and then refresh that. We have flex. We have row wrap, height, border, flex grows 1. That's commented out. That's commented out. Oh, align item stretch is the default. So what happens if we do align items flex end? Wonk. So that's the default, align items. It's getting late. So I leave it on stretch. They stretch. Do I need flex grow? What does flex grow do? Fills it in that way. Fills it in on the width. Cool. So it's cool just to go through and play the code and see what happens. Bring that back down to 775. I think that's what we had. Next one is 6. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, da, da, da. So that's column wrap. And then this last one has got something going on. So we have display flex, column wrap, align items, stretch. That's the default for the cross axes. So the primary axis is the column. The cross axis is the row. And we're doing align items, stretch. And then flex grow 1. So let's see. So that's where the grow is coming from. It's growing on the main axis. I turn this off, right? That didn't grow. Turn it back on. They grew. Pretty cool. And it's growing on the main axis. And align item stretch, if I just did like flex start, bam. And so that's working on the cross axes, which is the row. So when I stretch those guys out, so if I just comment that out, should stretch automatically because stretch is the default. Sweet. And then we have 7, and here's 7. So row, wrap with some flex grow. So we have row, wrap with some flex grow. Cool. And then 8, everything's jammed over. 1, 2, 3, da, 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 da. I'm thinking this is like align content. And we have column. And we have column and flex grow. So we have flex grow. That's not on. Doesn't grow. But if it is, it grows. And column wrap and align content, flex end. Jammed it all over to the right. Kind of cool. All right, so those are my 8 possible solutions. There's all kinds of solutions. Those are the 8 I came up with. Just playing around with it and getting some designs which looked interesting. And yeah, you know, flexbox. It's cool. See you in the next video.